Eagles, let's go look at the top 5 80s comedy. For number 5 spot, we have Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. It is a 1989 American science fiction comedy buddy film in which two slackers travel through time to assemble a menagerie of historical figures for their high school. The film was written by Chris Mason and Ed Solomon and directed by Steph Alex Winter as Bill S. Preston, Esquire. Keanu Reeves as Ted Theodore Logan and George Carlin as Rufus. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure received generally positive reviews upon release and was commercially successful. It is now considered a cult classic and a sequel. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey was released 2 years later. From a story by executive producer Steven Spielberg. A band of kids who live in Goondocks neighborhood of Astoria, Oregon, attempt to save their homes from demolition, and in doing so discover an old Spanish map that leads them on an adventure to unearth the long-lost fortune of One-Eyed Willie, a legendary 17th century pirate. During the entire adventure, they are chased by a family of criminals who also want the treasure for themselves.
It's Chum. I just saw the most amazing thing in my entire life. First, you gotta do the truffle shuffle. Come on. Do it. Come on. Do it. Cut it out, Mom.
Airplane is a 1980 satirical parody film written and directed by David and Jerry Zuckeran, Jim Abrams, and produced by John Davison. It stars Robert Hayes and Julia Haggerty and features Leslie Nielsen, Robert Stack, Lloyd Bridges, Peter Graves, Karam Abdul-Jabbar, and Lauren Patterson. The film is a parody of the disaster film genre, particularly in the 1957 Paramount film 0 Hour, from which it borrows the plot from the central characters, as well as many elements from Airport 1975.
Enjoy your flight. Now we know what we're up against. Every passenger on this plane will have fish for dinner. Will become violently ill in the next half hour.
Just how serious is it, Doctor?
Extremely serious. Starts with a slight fever, dryness of the throat. As the virus penetrates the red blood cells, the victim becomes dizzy. Begins to experience an itching, a rash. From there, the poison goes to work on the central nervous system, causing severe muscle spasms, followed by the inevitable drooling. At this point, the entire digestive system collapses, accompanied by uncontrollable flatulence, until finally the poor bastard is reduced to a quivering, wasted piece of jelly.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off is a 1986 American teen comedy film written, co-produced, and directed by John Hughes. The film stars Matthew Broderick as Ferris Bueller, a high school slacker who spends the day off at school with Maya Sarah and Alan Ruck. Ferris regularly breaks the fourth wall to explain his techniques and inner thoughts.
Here's where Cameron goes berserk.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is a 1989 American Christmas comedy film directed by Jeremiah S. Schick, and it is the third installment in the National Lampoon Vacation film series. It was written by John Hughes and based on the short story National Lampoon's Magazine. Since its release in 1989, Christmas Vacation has often been labeled as a modern Christmas classic. It is also has a sequel in the Vacation series to have spawned its own direct sequel, a 2003 made-for-TV release entitled National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 2, Cousin Eddie's Island Adventure.
Those were some great movies. Thanks for watching. Back to the newsroom.